everybody. Welcome to the show, Nubian Public Podcast, Milwaukee Internet Radio, unapologetically black. It's your boy Tawana Don with a nice little special show coming up with y'all, in the Gemini Reelz studios. Feels good to say that, to really be out of my studio for once. I'll just keep it locked, because me and the co-executive producer is going to give you all the show. It's your boy Tawana Don. Yes, indeedy. Welcome to the show. It's Friday, May 3rd. In the studio here with your boy, Big Bo from the Gemini Reelz.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on in Nubian Nation? What's going on?
It's already May 3rd, man. This is boggling to me now.
Already.
Time has just flown, and in 2 days... To all my Latinos and Latinas, get ready for Cinco de Mayo.
Happy Cinco de Mayo,
yes.
All of you guys.
And enjoy your day. Enjoy your day. It's better than that other day, the De La Puerta, Day of the Dead.
Yeah, it is. It's way better than that. Way better than that.
I never understood the Day of the Dead. Y'all might as well just took the Americanized version of Halloween and put it to use, which I think that's what y'all did.
But pretty much.
It's happy. It's good to have you guys around. It's good to have you with us. And I hope, like I said, you guys have a blast on Cinco de Mayo. And it's coming, maybe a little rainy here in Wisconsin. That's what they forecast for us. But,
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, we got to deal with it anyways because why? We live in Wisconsin.
Unfortunately. But, yes, so.
Well, I do got one thing to say, though, Tawana Dunn, and I'm probably going to announce this on your show, and I'm going to eventually announce this on my show. But with all of the things coming up, I do have one special announcement. There is going to be a new addition added to the NPP.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed. You can go ahead and tell them what that's all about.
The matriarch is going to be announcing her own podcast, produced by yours truly, Big Bo. And I will announce the official title and things of that nature later on my show, because I think we're going to be doing a back-to-back tonight.
May as well.
We might as well. Yeah, it's Friday. We ain't got we do got a job.
But tonight we ain't got shit.
We ain't got shit to do tonight, though. But,
But come to the second job, which is this.
Exactly. And our main focus really here at MPP is to just entertain you guys and keep you guys informed on what's going on.
Yes, sir.
In our city.
Now, with that, with the debut of Sis's show, just tell the listeners a little bit, without ruining anything for the debut on your spot. Tell the listeners just a little bit about the young lady and her goal, because with that, that also bumped you up to number 2.
I didn't want to say this now, but yes. Nubian Nation, guess what? I have officially promoted myself, along with the Don promoting me, to executive producer. That's right, Nubian Nation. The Gemini Reelz is now been officially moved up to executive producer.
Let's make it clear for him, though. Executive producer on your show, co-executive producer.
That's right.
On Nubian Public Podcast.
That's right. That's right.
Congratulations, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You've done it.
I done finally. Your boy has finally spread his wings. Started off as just a plain old co-host.
Mm-hmm.
And now I've moved my way up to executive producer.
Yes.
That's one of the best accomplishments. I don't care what nobody says. That's probably one of the best accomplishments in anybody's life. Because I started off knowing nothing.
That's right.
And now I done graduated to knowing damn near everything.
Damn near. You almost there.
It's a wonderful feeling.
You're getting the music down, you're getting the producing down, you're getting the directing down, and you there. You just say you there. So what about this your
okay
show that you're producing?
So the new show that I'm going to be producing, and it's coming very soon. It's going to probably be on the debut of season 2 of the Gemini Reelz. It's going to be called A Taste of Sweetie. Now I will let you guys know who that host is later on at a time when I feel that it's time to announce it.
Right.
But y'all just get ready because it's season 2 of the Gemini Reelz, and we're approaching what? You're on season 4.
I'll be on season.
You'll
4.
be on season 4 of the Nubian Public Podcast. Let me tell y'all something. Mm-hmm. The Nubian Public Podcast flagship has graduated, and when I say graduated, it has graduated into one of the biggest public podcast companies there is.
Yes.
Because you also have a couple of projects coming up as well.
I do. And thanks to you with the creational name of that show, which I'm going to go ahead.
I mean, do you want to announce it tonight, or do you want to just wait?
I'm going to wait to announce that one, because that's going to be big also.
That's going to be huge.
But
Nubian Nation, y'all, it's finna be a wild ride.
It's going to be a wild but fun ride. Wild but fun, because now what we have to concentrate on is making enough time in the day
to do all of these shows.
To do this. Steve Harvey, you a bad motherfucker, because I don't know how you fly from state to state and got 7 shows.
Man, and still do Family Feud.
And still do the feud. Stop playing. And he got like 2-3 podcasts.
That's a bad brother.
And a radio show.
That's a bad brother.
I don't know how he do it.
He's just that dude. He is that dude.
I don't get enough sleep, and it's more than 24 hours in a day to me. So
I'm trying to told you.
So, but look, like you said, it's finna be a wild ride. Strap up, buckle down, get ready to have fun.
Oh man,
your season 2,
and God, it's what, May 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
Nubian Nation, y'all get ready for me, because season 2 is coming in 21 days.
That's right.
The countdown has officially begun.
That's right.
21 days to the season 2 of the Gemini Reelz. And I got so much lined up for y'all. I really hope that y'all enjoy it, because I appreciate y'all rocking with me ever since day 1. And it's just going to get better. It's just going to get bigger and better. Yes. A lot of things lined up. Lot of surprises, and I'm going to probably throw y'all a couple of twists as well.
Yeah, we'll throw out clues. Just put it like this. Within these upcoming shows, we'll throw out clues on what we're talking about, what we're going to be doing, because I'm good at throwing out clues to y'all, and y'all just let it fly right over your head.
We got to keep them in the dark a little bit,
because that's what I'm saying. We're going to throw out the clue.
They're not ready for just everything. We can't give them everything. But we're going to give y'all a taste, though.
Yeah, they'll give you a taste. Look, I wanted to also let you guys know that the Gemini Reelz and Nubian Public Podcast will be kicking off, or at least we're in the works of kicking off, our fan gear.
Oh, yeah. When we go, oh my God. I'm glad that you brought that up. Mm-hmm. Listen up, Nubian Nation. And I'm also going to be announcing this on my show as well. But listen up, Nubian Nation. The Don and I are already collaborating. We already got a lot of stuff in the works already. We for y'all better start comping y'all some merch.
Look, hats, t-shirts, decals, for you computer lovers, for you pre-podcasters or you veteran podcasters, we're going to have things for your computer desk. Um, you know, we're going to come out with some ink pens and we're going to have a lot.
It's about to
We're
go.
going to have a lot.
It's about to go now. Let me tell y'all. So I bet I done told y'all this so many goddamn times. I don't know why I got to keep telling y'all this. The Don and I are taking over.
Yes.
We are taking over. But in a good way.
That's right.
We're taking over in a good way because it's just not enough. I mean, we got some things that go on here in Milwaukee, like festivals and things of that nature, but there's not like a fan base that people can stand behind.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the Nubian Public Podcast LLC comes in.
Mm-hmm.
We want to be those guys that you guys stand behind. Like, listen, y'all got this. Like, you go to a different state. Oh, y'all got that? Y'all need to come to Milwaukee and check out the Don and check out Big Bo.
That's right. For all of y'all that put Milwaukee down. Oh, y'all from Milwaukee. Oh, y'all from Milwaukee. Oh, that's y'all fake up there. Y'all, yeah, but everybody seem to be flagshipping this way, ain't they?
Exactly.
They're migrating this way.
Exactly.
We got talent here, and it's slowly revealing itself. Look here, y'all keep it locked here on Nubian Nation. Coming up in the next segment, we'll see about a little bit of the news, a little bit of politics, and we're also gonna put a new little gig in here about what goes on throughout our day. And also, I'm going to try to get a guest on the show. He's out in the field right now. Want to make sure that he's got everything he needs before he goes live. So keep it locked. Nubian Public Podcast.
What's happening?
Not much. Took me a minute to get up in here because you kept ending the session. I'll be right as I click join.
Well, yeah. Well, now you're back. So welcome actually to the show. You are here with me and Big Bo.
Well, it feels good to be back. I haven't been on the show in a minute.
Yes. So it's good to have you back. I wanted to let the listeners get a feel of what's going on here, and whatever you have to let the public know what's going on in your neck of the woods.
Where to start?
This is why we don't get flagged. That's all that matters.
I don't know how many of your listeners are actually from the state of Michigan, but let's talk about some stuff that's going on statewide that I think is actually kind of bogus.
Mm-hmm.
So last summer, Michigan passed a Gun Violence Prevention Act.
Okay.
Which basically means family members, law enforcement, or therapists, if they feel you're a danger to yourself or others, can confiscate your firearms.
Okay.
For one. That was backdoored and not really broadcasted upon or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I only found that out through the Google News source.
Okay.
And found out that a local news outlet actually picked it up. And when I checked the news outlet, it was actually a sure thing, but it wasn't broadcast on TV that it was happening. Nothing. It was pretty much backdoored.
Okay.
Fast forward to February of this year. Okay, they expanded on that.
Okay.
And how they expanded on that is unconstitutional. First of all,
right,
because it's already been deemed unconstitutional. They passed universal background.
Wow.
Red flag laws. and safe gun storage. Not to mention, the state of Michigan is also the first in history to prosecute the parents of a child who got access to a firearm and committed a mass shooting.
Wow. That I'm familiar with. Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
So it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't type situation out here right now, especially with everything now being ran as far as backgrounds and all that shit.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty much free for all where you're at.
Now, fast forward to further in politics, how do you feel knowing that Russia's actually in our waters right now?
That's too close. I mean, but where are they coming from? The Atlantic or the Pacific?
Right now, I am not sure, but I know they're actively sitting in our waters as we speak. So,
Really?
Which should
yep,
send, ain't that crazy? Wow. Ain't that crazy? Which should send a red flag to the United States that these motherfuckers are not playing with us.
exactly. You got China in fucking Philippine waters right now, threatening them. You got Russia in our waters. It's like, what's next?
Yeah.
Well, you got China up farmland and next to nuclear plants, and somebody posted a picture of it was poisoned. But China in our stores.
We caught some of that.
Yeah, my mom said someone posted a picture on social media. I haven't seen it yet. That someone posted a picture of a can of corn that was manufactured by China, and apparently it was poisoned.
Yeah, see, this is where the United States is lacking. That right there should have never even made it past customs. That should have just been banned. They should put an embargo on China. Which I thought we had.
I thought we had it too, but as you can tell with Joe in office, nothing seems to really happen.
Because he spends all his time sleeping. Anyway,
Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe, you damn right. But what do you feel about the protests now that's going on here in this country? You know, with Palestinians versus the Jewish collaboration.
Well, let me state this: the whole stance with the celebrity was blown out of proportion. He doesn't stand either with Palestine or Israel. The whole comment that he made that this wasn't real or whatever he said was taken out of context.
Wow. Okay. Elaborate on that.
Okay, so I don't remember the exact wording he said, like this isn't a movie or something like that, but when they took it out of context, because he's got an upcoming movie coming out where he actually plays the president and so forth and so on. I believe it was Robert De Niro, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
But that whole context was taken out of context, saying that, oh, he sympathizes with Israel. No, he sympathizes with Palestine, and a lot of the people are getting pissed off at him.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, I mean, he does have the freedom to, think what he wants and feel what he wants. You know what I mean? It's politics. It's all bullshit to me. This country is made and based off of politics and lies and deceit.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. I'm gonna pick your guys' brain, and I'm gonna blow your mind here for a second. Mm-hmm. What do you think about the possibility of us having Joe Biden for another 4 years?
I'd rather deal with him than Trump.
But here's the reason. You know why Biden may actually make it back into office come November?
Why is that?
Because he vowed, and so did Trump. Trump vowed the same exact thing. He vowed to put Roe versus Wade back on the federal docket, federally, to restore that right, which it should be a right regardless.
Exactly. Exactly.
But just because he said that in his campaign messages is probably going to be the main reason he gets reelected.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt it because there's a lot of state governors and everything that overturning that because it's a woman's right to choice.
No, there's a lot of governors that are upholding it.
They're overturning it.
Well, it needs to be overturned. They shouldn't have messed with it in the first place.
Exactly. They should have just left it alone.
If it ain't broke, don't try to fix it.
Don't try to
That's
fix
just like Kevorkian, when Kevorkian was doing all those people's suicide deaths. They wanted to die because they were suffering. And then he gets thrown in prison. He was just doing what they would do to a baby with abortions, ending the life of suffering. So it's bullshit.
Well, I mean, but who's
Actually a good point.
okay? This is where I have to ask: with abortions, who is suffering? It's not the baby. It's not the fetus. It's the mother. However,
Exactly.
you know,
That's what I
so
mean. It's the
it
same
should-
scenario.
Mhm.
You know, they're trying to make it a law that you can't do it. Well, if I'm gonna die and I'm gonna be a painful death, I'd rather have them put me to sleep just like we do the dogs when they're suffering. You know,
yeah.
if you're suffering, put me on my misery. But they want the money from your body because you're still suffering and the doctors are still trying to make it, they're bleeding you dry with money.
It stems back to the almighty dollar and the Freemasons.
That's it. That's it. That's why, you know, okay, we're all U.S. citizens, and
I actually kind of agree with that. I rather not live my life suffering and all that stuff. Shit, just put me down.
well, whatever happened back in the '90s, right? Like
Oh,
96,
you know, the horse
97.
breaks its leg and you can't do nothing for the horse. You got to put it down.
Right, exactly.
Okay,
So
I know you guys remember the Right to Life campaign, right? And that was in the early '90s.
What campaign was that? Could you repeat that?
It's called A Right to Life, where
Right to
we
life.
had all of these campaigns for the right of the woman to decide if she wants to continue term pregnancies or not. You know,
Right.
that was the other side of the right to life coin. Now, the right to lifers actually believe that abortion should be banned and,
Right.
you know, the woman should not have a say so because it's taking a life. Now, that whole argument was debunked because back then they tried to say that they were going to ban abortions and it never made it to the table. Now, when you know you get these certain politicians and these governors and you know some of these senators and everything, you know, crooked staffs want to come together and collaborate and change a law, a rule, a constitution, a right that should never have been changed. Now all of a sudden, because we want Trump back in office or we want Biden back in office, now we're going to make these hot topics stand out, political topics. I mean, it's all bullshit.
right, but you get one of those governors that have their daughters raped and get pregnant. They're gonna take them out of country to have them fucking abortion, and no one's gonna know it. But we can't have our own over here because of rape.
Good point.
That's a really
good point.
wow.
You know, they make the rules. You know, they're up there on the high pedestal with these people, so they can get away with shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And then
and I got. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
I got another thing that's really going to set you off. Guess what they're talking about doing from the White House down to the state level?
What's that?
You know how you got FEMA, right?
Yeah.
Well, they're talking about coming out with another agency that's like FEMA, but geared towards mass shooting.
Okay, so what is this going to be called? The Mass Shooting Emergency Management?
I'm trying to tell you.
Something like that.
You know, did you hear
but,
okay.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, did you hear what happened over here?
No, but I heard what happened in North Carolina that the gun right activists are not making a big stink about.
What's that?
How a convicted felon somehow ended up with a fully automatic rifle, took down 4 cops and 4 U.S. Marshals.
Oh yeah. Well, they just killed a 14-year-old boy here in the state capitol.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he was in possession of a fully automatic assault rifle on middle school campus that he was a part of, and he went on a little spree and got into a shootout with the police, and they killed him.
Yeah, the same thing that one boy did in Racine.
Yeah, same thing that he did in Racine. He went on a little spree. Police shot and killed him. They figured out then, oh my God, he's a 14-year-old kid. That's a part of our community. We shouldn't have killed him. Well, you kill everybody else.
Well, here's what it stems back to. It all stems down to a mental health issue with these kids and wanting to be infamous. I say infamous because
Or has somebody been bullied
that
and they've had enough, and it goes right to mental issues. But it's a 14-year-old kid.
Right.
Somebody had to see signs before it came to that, which
Exactly.
no one's paying attention and no one gives a shit.
which it falls back onto the parents, which is
And teachers and counselors.
and the school district.
I don't blame the kid at all. I blame the parents.
Right. But the school had to see signs,
Right.
teachers had to see signs.
They were there. But
Because
it's my community. It won't happen here until it's too late.
Right.
Yeah, and then let's make it harder on the law-abiding gun citizens because this person went and did this and we ignored the signs.
But that's also where the parents get put in prison, just like they just had that case where those parents bought that kid a gun and he went on a shooting spree, which he was mentally unstable.
Yeah,
and they
they bought
sentenced
a
the parents.
16-year-old kid a pistol, let him have access to the pistol
So-
and the ammunition.
How did this little boy, 14-year-old, get a hold of the semi-automatic gun
Right.
And-
at 14?
Right.
So it comes back on the parents or whoever that got this kid this gun. But no, they shouldn't have shot him. They should have tased him.
Right.
I'm sure they could have got a drum close enough to tase him. They got all this high-tech equipment.
That's what I said many shows ago. This country has all this high-tech shit that they can do whatever they want with, but yet it doesn't come into existence.
The cops has got access to a computer that can figure out who you are just on a partial plate number.
Right.
Yeah, because there was a guy that just robbed a party store here in Michigan, and he went to Ohio, and they had a partial plate, and they went through everything that had those last numbers and sorted out through the people and found out that the armed robbery was in their system.
I'll be damned.
Just off a partial plate.
You've got access to do shit like that, but you cannot keep guns and things like that out of the hands of kids.
Just for to say that, how do you have all this technology to stop everything else, but you can't stop a 14-year-old kid from going on a shooting spree?
Which brings me back to the subject that I touched back on one of your many ago shows through the USCCA and how that one school is implementing a security system against active shooters and working with the staff and all that good stuff. If the schools would invest a little more than, let's say, $50,000 a year in security, maybe our sons and daughters,
security and it's getting past them.
Maybe our sons and daughters would actually be safe. They spend over close to $1 million on a football field when they could invest that in a security system for our students.
I also want to say this though. Let's bring and hold law enforcement accountable for half the shit.
Yeah, get rid of the fucking immunity that you guys have.
Let's hold them accountable. Because if you're gonna stand outside of a fucking school and wait for a kid to go on a shooting spree and take multiple lives before you decide to take action, and it's 15 of you some bitches versus one kid, you don't need to be a police officer.
You really
Oh, let's wait an average. Let's wait an average between 10 to 20 minutes for our backup to come in because we're afraid to lay our life down in the line of duty to prevent loss of life.
Hello.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm here. No, I'm just saying. Secret Service don't have a problem with it. They need to train the fucking law enforcement.
Exactly. Thank you.
That's true. That's so true.
I tell you what, man, I know we could talk on, but I'm going to have to end this segment. I really appreciate both of you. I had a 2-for-1 tonight, and I really appreciate the insight from both of you. And it's great to hear from you again.
Not a problem. I will gladly come on the show anytime, any day.
Hey, you're both are welcome. Like I said, we got a 2-for tonight. I appreciate that. It's been great, guys. You guys take care.
Love you, brother, and you guys have a great day. Be safe.
I don't know if I'm saying that right, but 2 of the perfect guests that I've ever had on the show. Take care, guys.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That is my time. Thank you. And this has been a great show. Thanks to my guest, Mr. Karatny out of Southeast Michigan, and his guest, Mom. That's what we're going to refer to you guys as. Basically. That was an awesome segment. And I appreciate you guys for making this show what it is with us. And again, like always, you're always welcome to be a guest of our show anytime. This has been a special edition of Nubian Public Podcast, Milwaukee Internet Radio, broadcasted from Milwaukee for Milwaukee. Thank you guys, all my fans, all my loyal listeners. Y'all stay tuned. Up next, Gemini Reelz. Y'all take care.